Hi, I'm Sydney Berry, and today I want to talk about holding your boundaries as a parent. My friend brought this situation up to me. She has a 2.5-year-old, almost 3-year-old, and she has about 6-month-old. So she's trying to get some things done. She had something that needed to happen that she couldn't let go, that she had to do this like right now. And her son, the 2.5-year-old, started throwing things at her and screaming at her, and she's got the baby, and that's not safe. So, what does she do? Have you been in a situation like this? She takes her 2.5-year-old and she puts him out of the room, and she says, "Hey, you can't act like that in here. You can act nicely in here. This is how you can act. You can do this and this and this, and you can hold my hand, or you can be in here if you can act in a way that's safe." So she puts him outside because he's not out of the room because he's not acting safely. So he's out there and he just starts screaming, "Mom, I need you!" And what he really needs in this situation is attention. He's looking for attention. And she knows that because she's a great mom. And being the amazing mom that she is, she goes out and she says, "Hey, do you need a hug?" And yep, she gives him a hug, but he comes back in and he starts doing the same things. He's not acting the way that is appropriate to act in that place, in that situation. So she has to put him back out. And her problem is she's feeling really guilty about this. We have all experienced mom guilt. It is a thing. Why does she need to keep that boundary though? Because she has to keep her other child safe. She has to get done whatever it is she needs to get done. The world doesn't revolve around her 2-year-old, and he needs to learn that. So we are raising kids to be grown-ups someday, to be adults. So imagine this situation. Your parents come over and your mom starts yelling at you, and your dad's breaking things and just being careless with your things, dropping plates and saying mean things, and your mom puts your kids in a dangerous situation, and your dad's handing out candy, and you're gonna say, "Hey, you can't act like that here. That's not okay. That's not how we act here." And you're gonna set a boundary. You're gonna say, "We can't do that here. If you're gonna be here, you need to act this way." And you're gonna tell them they have to leave if they're gonna act that way. Now, they have a choice, right? They can choose to act the way that is expected of them in this space, or they can choose to not, and you have set this boundary, so you can choose to honor the boundary or not. But let's say you do, you're not going to let them back into your house until they're going to act this way. So imagine our kids when they grow up, and imagine her son. He gets a job, and he wants to get the attention of the pretty girl who works in the office next door. And so he starts singing loud songs, and he starts throwing things at her window. And this is exaggerated, but he can't act like that in the workspace. There is a boundary. What's going to happen? He's going to get fired. He can't do that there. So back to the original situation. My friend, she sets this boundary, but she feels bad about it. We need to be raising our children up to act and to know boundaries and the way that they should be acting in certain spaces. He's welcome to go throw things in his room or outside or yell and scream out there. But in this space, you need to be safe. Okay? You can come back in as soon as you're ready to act safe, as soon as you're ready to act kindly. She has kept her love on the entire time. She never yelled at him. She never said mean things to him. She's there. And she says, "Yes, come back when you're ready to act right, when you're ready to do this." And this is gonna teach him that this is how we act. Now, God does the same thing for us. He will always be there. When we turn back to Him, when we decide to say, oh, wait, this isn't good, this isn't right, I'm going to turn back, and God's going to be there, standing there with open arms, ready to welcome us back, ready to take us back because He loves us. So when you're in this situation, you keep your love on. Keep your love on. Be ready to accept your child back as soon as they're ready to act the right way. And keep your connection between you two open. Just be ready and waiting for Him. He ultimately has to make the choice. You cannot choose for Him. He is in control of Him, and you are in control of you. We need to teach our children in the safe space of our home how to make good choices. I know it's hard, and I know that you can feel guilty because you don't want to hurt your children. You don't want to cause them pain, and that is very hard, even when it's the right thing. And that's something that we have to do as parents. We have to raise them up so that they can be functioning adults. So go and hold your boundaries, and remember that you are raising up adults who are going to be functioning in the world and are going to be happy and healthy.